It's yourself. How are you? Come in, sit down. Yeah, listen folks, welcome to another Friday Waffle. Oh, excuse me, I scratch the back of my knee. Oh, is there anything better than a good scratch? Anyway, yeah, Friday Waffle time again. Has it really been 7 days since I last did this? How are you? I hope you're all good. Weather-wise, it's still shite. Saying that, it's been a bit milder. I mean, last week it was absolutely brutally cold. You know, I don't know what it was, -2, -3. This week it's been a bit warmer, sort of 9 degrees, which is a lot. So yeah, I've hope you can see what I've got on. I've been out a run again. Now I know you'll be thinking, well, a minute, mate, Meister, you told us that you were done with running, and you would be correct in thinking that. The reason I've started running again, or attempted to run, is because one of my mates has been accepted. He's got a place in the West Highland Way race, which is in June, and it's a race I've done a few times, and it's brutal. And part of the criteria for getting into the race is you need a support team. You need like a vehicle support, and you also need to have somebody that can potentially run, because if you get into bother, or if your runner gets into any bother, it's down to his support team to kind of go and get him out. So I've got me and two of my mates. So I thought to myself, I need to try and get myself fit enough so I can run again. I mean, I think I've got a decent enough level of fitness with going to Cooksool. You know, you get a good workout at Cooksool, but it's the sort of stamina for the kind of longer distances, like for running and that kind of thing. That's where I need to kind of work on. So I've been out. I was out on Tuesday, and it was. I'm talking bollocks. I'm saying it's been mild this week. It was really cold on Tuesday. Running up a hill into a biting wind and rain is not my idea of fun. But we've only done a couple of miles, which is absolutely bugger all. Tonight I think we did 2.1 miles, which again is absolutely bugger all. But you know what? When you've not ran for the best part of 2 years, it's quite literally starting at the very, very beginning again. So I just hope to kind of get a wee bit of fitness, get a bit of weight off. Like everybody, I think we've all put a bit of weight on, and I'm no different. So hopefully, getting out 3 times a week running, combined with my Cooksool, I will get down to my fighting weight again. That's the plan anyway. So retro gaming wise, in fact not even retro gaming wise, what have I been playing? I have been playing some stuff, and I'm trying to remember what I've been playing. Vampire, I can never remember the name of it. Vampire Killers, is it Vampire Killers? Vampire Chronicles? I can't remember. Anyway, that game that I've showed you a few times, I've been playing a bit of that. What else have I been doing? Have I been playing any games? I was playing my Xbox Series X, but again I was playing Vampire Killer or whatever the bloody hell it's called. Been playing that. Video wise, what have I been doing? I'm trying to think. I put out a couple of videos this week, and I did a video last night. Now I'm recording this on Thursday. I tend to record the Friday Waffles on a Thursday. I know I shouldn't tell you that because that's going to spoil it, but yeah, I generally record these. Well, in fact, I'm talking shite. Every second Friday Waffle is recorded on a Thursday. Excuse me. Last night I did a live stream, and it was. It's not a SID show. I'm not calling it a SID show. I mean, I've done the SID shows, and Panther now does the son of the SID shows. It's my opportunity to listen to computerized music, you know. And it doesn't even have to be music that's actually been made on a computer. It's anything. I mean, I was playing some tracks from like the Back in Time CDs, which Chris Abbott has put together with he does collaborations with various musicians. So yeah, I was playing all different types of stuff last night. I was planning to just do it for an hour. Apologies about not staring at the camera. It's actually quite off-putting having to stare at this inanimate object. Whereas if I'm, if you're talking to somebody in the pub, you're not constantly looking at them. You can just be kind of looking to the side. So that's what I'm going to do. So don't worry too much about it. I'm not looking at you. Yeah, it was great. I'm not saying the video was great, but it was great from my point of view. Really enjoyed it. I don't know if you watched it. You'll find a link on my channel. I can't even remember what I called it. Sid Music and other stuff. I can't remember. It was some random name. But yeah, the first. If you've ever had a desire to watch somebody, a grown man, eating a yogurt while listening to music, then I've got the perfect video for you, because that's exactly what I was doing. I've reached the point where I don't care. I'll eat my dinner on camera. I don't care. I don't. So anyway, I think it was an hour and a half I was on for. I was taking requests as well, so people were asking me to play music, and I really enjoyed it, and I think the people that watched it enjoyed it as well. It's an opportunity to just kind of kick back and just enjoy our hobby, listen to some amazing music. I mean, you'll all know that I'm a massive fan of Sid music. I mean, what musicians have done with the old Beige box is just incredible. I mean, some of the stuff that's come out in the last 5-10 years it's unthinkable. You would never in a million years have thought that it was capable of that. But then some of my favourite Sid music was early stuff. I mean, I make no secret of the fact that my favourite Sid tune is Monty on the Run. I don't think that will ever change. I mean, I've heard technically much better bits of music, but I just think as an overall performance, it's outstanding. It's got so many, it's like a journey, so many high points. I always compare it to like Bohemian Rhapsody. It's the Sid equivalent to the Bohemian Rhapsody track. But it's not just Sid music. I think I was playing some Amiga music. I was also playing, like I say, remixes, modern incarnations of Sid music, and there's also is it Fast Loader, I think you call it. It's a live group that play Sid tunes, and I'm trying to remember. It was one of the Last Ninja tracks. That was one of the ones I listened to, and then we also listened to a live rendition of Monty on the Run, and it's just incredible. But yeah, I really enjoyed the video. It's nice just to kind of kick back, listen to some really nice music. I am planning to turn into a podcast. Now here's the thing. I want to ask a favour of you guys. In fact, I'll just backtrack slightly. I've mentioned before that I pay it's $25 a month for StreamYard. Now that's what I use, that's what I've been using for making all my videos. Any live streams I've been using StreamYard, because it's so easy to use. Get it going and you just share the screen, away you go. Dead easy. But here's the thing. When I was thinking about doing a kind of music sort of feature, StreamYard is completely pants when it comes to broadcasting music. I don't know why it is. It's just not capable. I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect for people talking, but when you play music, whatever it is through it, it's just muffled. It's tinny. It's awful. It's actually unlistenable. Is that a word? Unlistenable? I think it is. Yeah, it's not good at all. And so I thought to myself, well, how can I get around that? And I thought, why don't I go back to OBS? If you don't know what OBS is, it's a piece of software completely free, and you just use that. You can use it for recording videos, you can use it for streaming videos. You can set up like different sources, so if you're playing a Commodore Amiga game, it'll pick up the Commodore Amiga. It's wonderful, it really is. It's so multifunctional. You can really tune it to your heart's content. I'm, as you'd expect, completely shite at it. I'm just kind of learning. So I've been using that the last couple of live streams, and I think it's going down pretty well. Yeah, there's been a few teething problems, as you would expect in my channel, but the thing is, the quality of sound when you play music is brilliant, absolutely fantastic. So, excuse me, excuse me, I'm having a quick drink of coffee. So with that in mind, I've been using StreamYard, I've been using OBS for a couple of weeks, and I've been using it for recording videos as well. I thought to myself, why am I going to retain StreamYard? Because I pay $25 a month, and it's not really what I want it doesn't do what I want it to do. I can do better using something that's free. So I thought, you know what, I'll go back to you can get StreamYard for free, so I thought I'll go back to the free one. So I cancelled it, went in and cancel it, and of course it comes up, can you tell us why you're cancelling it? I just said it's too expensive for what I use it for. And then it came up with the typical sort of email, hang on before you, not email, message, hang on before you go, would you fancy taking out our new basic package? Now, I've got the $25 as a basic package. This new one is $10, and it does absolutely everything that the package that I was paying for does, with the only exception being you get the little StreamYard logo on your video, little watermark thing. Now, I've not got any issue with that at all. This is the thing that annoys me. It doesn't give you that. If you sign up to StreamYard, it does not, well at least I don't think it does anyway, I don't think you get that option. You've got basic, $25 a month, professional, whatever it is a month, and it's only when you go to cancel that it gives you this option of a kind of budget basic, and it says the only difference is you get a little watermark thing, which I don't give a shit about, so that's what I'm going on to. It still gives you like unlimited recording and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, getting back to what I was going to ask you, the favour I was wanting to ask you, I pay, I think it's £9 or something a month for a thing called Spreaker, and that allows me to upload, it creates podcasts, and I can upload podcasts. Now, I've been looking at the analytics of my my waffles and what have you over the last couple of months, and the number of people watching the podcast or listening to them or downloading them, whatever, is very, 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 very small. I'm talking 3-4 per week. The weird thing was, I did a Friday Waffle about 6 weeks ago, and I got 75 downloads. Well, I'm saying I got 75 downloads. There were 75 downloads in one day, and it's got this graph, so you've got this big 75, and then from now on it's just like tiny 2, 3. So here's the thing, I'm more than happy to keep the podcast thing going, but £8 is £8, and especially now with everything going through the roof. I want you to let me know, should I keep the podcast going, you know, because if there's only a couple of people watching it. Now, I do know that Del Boy, a good friend of mine, he does religiously listen to the podcast, and as much as I would love to keep it just for Del Boy, I can't really justify that. I need more people to use the podcast. The thing is, maybe I'm doing myself an injustice, because if I type in Friday Waffle Main Meister, I get, I wouldn't say hundreds, but I get loads and loads of links to my my podcasts and my waffles, and it's on websites that I have never ever heard of. So my podcasts do appear, I mean, I think they appear on, is it Apple Music or whatever the hell it's called, Google, is it Spotify? I'm not quite sure. It does appear in, 3 or 4 places, but it seems to appear all over the internet. So there is obviously other, it's getting out there. So maybe I'm kind of being a wee bit unfair to myself saying there's only 3 people listening to it. I'm genuinely interested to know what you think. Do you make use of my podcasts? Let me know. If there's enough people that say, yep, we love downloading the podcasts, I'll continue to pay the £8. I don't have a problem paying the £8 at all, but I don't want to waste money. I don't see any point. If nobody's listening to them, then £8 is better off in my pocket. It's a I was going to say it's a Big Mac meal, isn't it? So yeah, that's what I've got to kind of think about. So let me know if you want the podcast to continue. Let me know, and I will absolutely keep it going. So that's kind of been that. Misters, yeah, I know you'll be bored shitless me talking about misters all the time. I've been after a mister for probably the best part of about 2 years now. The unfortunate thing was, at the point I was finally convinced that the mister was the way forwards, you couldn't get them. Could not get them for love nor money. And here we are, a year and a half, 24 months later. You can now buy them, but they're like, you've got to sell your grandmother to afford them. They're really expensive. Now one of my friends has very kindly, she's in the process of trying to get a mister for not just myself but for her as well. I did get a wee message off her earlier on this week, so hopefully it's going to come to fruition. One of my other mates, excuse me, I need to learn to breathe, I do keep talking. One of my other mates told me that apparently the mister is becoming more readily available. So I don't know if that means the prices are going to come down. Probably not. Unlikely. But yeah, still after a mister, so hopefully I'm going to get one soon. But yeah, gaming wise, have I been doing anything? No, apart from making videos. Can't think of anything else. So anyway, listen, I'm going to just jump straight into questions. This is going to be a short waffle, as I say all the time. Right, okay, let's have a quick look. Yeah, the Sid thing that I did, I called it the live Sid Music and Whatnot show. maybe that's, I need to keep that. You know what was interesting? I noticed this morning, before I went to work, I was looking at YouTube, and YouTube no longer tells you how many thumbs down you get, but what it'll do is it'll tell you how many likes you get, or thumbs up, and then it'll give you a percentage. So it'll say 97% likes, which means 3% are dislikes. Now I noticed my live stream that I did last night, the live Sid Music and Whatnot show, I think it was 92.7 likes, which means there would be 6.4, 6.3 dislikes. And it kind of got me thinking, why would you... I'm not going to get into the whole like thing or dislike. I always think that the dislike thing's an utterly pointless thing. Unless somebody's being absolutely offensive, then why would you dislike something? I mean, I do get a lot of criticism for my haphazard, trying to do things off the cuff, technical mishaps. I mean, last night, I'll give you a laugh. last night I think I was drinking my coffee. So what I did was, I've got one of these headphones where you can kind of flip the microphone, so it was kind of up there in my head. And I forgot to turn it down. And then the thing is, when you do live streams, there's a delay. So I think there's about a 30-second delay. So of course I'm blaring away, talking to myself. And then next minute I start getting all these comments. "Al, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're really, really low." So I'm thinking, well, I've not fucked about with the volume. What have I done wrong? You know, it's not my fault. I don't know why it's working and now it's not. And then somebody says, "Your microphone's still in your head." And I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, that's if you're new to the channel, just expect it's an absolute calamity of disasters. And I do get a lot of people that think I'm an absolute fud, think I'm stupid. Whatever, you know what, as far as I'm concerned, these folk could go fuck themselves. I really don't care. Does this face look bothered? Not at all. I don't give a shit when people dislike me. But I just think it's quite amusing when people, they hate you. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing how poisonous and toxic people can be on YouTube. You know, the old keyboard warriors. You do something that they don't like, and they'll call you for anything. I mean, I've seen a few comments on a few friends' channels. One of my mates, I'll not tell you who it was, but one of my mates got a really, really disgusting comment, just saying how he was inept and his videos were shit, and he should stop wasting people's time with making videos. And you know what, you've got to have a thick skin, and I've got a thick skin. I don't care. I really don't give a shit if people dislike me. But I get a lot of people that dislike my videos, and they probably dislike me because, you know, it's very rare that one of my videos goes to plan. There's always something. There's always going to be something. I mean, I've had things like my computer shutting down, broadband playing up, you name it, I've had it. But anyway, getting back on topic. So this morning I had 92.7, I think I said, likes, which meant I had 6.3 dislikes. And then tonight I went online and remarkably I'm up to 100% likes. So does YouTube go in and remove the dislikes? Don't know, weird. The thing is, I've got other videos that I've put out maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and they've maybe got 95% likes. So there is obviously dislikes remaining. But the thing is, why have a thumbs down system if YouTube is then going to remove the dislikes? I don't understand what the purpose of a dislike is. Really don't. I don't see any point to it whatsoever. Let me know what you think. Let me know why dislikes would suddenly vanish, and please let me know about the podcast. Should I continue putting out waffles into podcasts? I know some people like to say, my mate Dale, he does a lot of walking, and he's a sick man because he'll watch my waffle and then he'll listen to it when he's walking about. Apparently they're absolutely fantastic for insomnia. If you've got trouble sleeping, download one of my podcasts. Result, you'll sleep like a baby. Right, anyway, I was going to how are we doing for time? 23 minutes. I'm going to try and find Friday Waffle. Right, it was a live one last week, so there might not be a lot of comments, because that's the thing, when you do a live waffle, people are asking you questions in the actual throughout the video itself, so you tend to find you don't get a lot of comments coming in. So anyway, hang on 2 ticks. I'm just going to have another quick drink of my stone cold coffee. Country Roadist, all these years later, still tuning into the Friday Waffle. Stay cool, Alan, my dude. Thank you very much, man. You know what, I did reply to comments like that. Just put a massive, massive smile in my face. Thank you very much, mate. Mr. Colin Jones, OBS, you can set scenes so you don't have to mess about with layouts all the time. You can also edit the transform, right click the source, which will give the option to crop and much more. Now I've said before, Colin, I want you to come onto my channel, not so much on my channel, it won't be a live video, but it'd be absolutely excellent if you could, we could link up online and you can kind of talk me through how to set it up. You can fade audio with the appropriate slider on the audio mixer. If you really want to go to town, you can install a virtual jack program. What? And that will give much more flexibility on audio routing. Oh, come on, Colin, you've lost me. I use Pulse Audio in Linux for this, and it was much complex to set up at first, but gives so much control, it's worth it. I can even stream audio live, it doesn't appear when you watch back later. Oh, interesting. From desktop audio, unless sound is coming through the speakers, you shouldn't get echo. If you have multiple input sources, you can mute any undesirables in the mixer. Right, Friday Waffle question, because I'm feeling it right now. Are you ready for this shitty time of year to pass so we can go outside again without freezing our nuts off or getting dripping wet? Absolutely, Colin, you and I are on the same page, mate. I absolutely detest this time of year, just for the weather. I mean, it's cold, it's wet, it's miserable, and more importantly, it's pitch dark. Don't have a problem with wet weather or cold weather, but see when it's dark, when you've got two furry hamsters like I have that insist on getting walked, having to take them out when you've been at work, you've just come back for cook school, you're tired, and it's not even I can't be arsed, it's the fact that you're getting dragged out into utterly shit weather, and they're running about for 10-15 minutes, and then you bring them back and they come in and they shake themselves and water and mud goes all over the walls and your floor's manky, and yeah, I love the summer. I love long nights. You know, you come in from your work, get your dinner, go to cook school, do whatever it is you have to do, and it can be 9-10 o'clock at night. You think, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go out my bike, or I'm going to take the dogs for a big walk. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a massive fan of, like, I'm not talking about heat. I'm not talking about 30 degrees. I'm talking about just a nice, pleasant summer's evening, spring. That's the one reason and the one reason only. Well, there's a couple other reasons which I'll not go into because I don't do politics on my channel. It's just the weather and the fact that we have such a kind of short. In the winter, it's dark when you get up in the morning. It's dark when you come home from work. That's pretty much the main reason I would love to live abroad. But anyway, thank you very much, Colin. Right, here we go, deep breath. Milfy Swinbuckle, hello again, Main Meister. Question for the next waffle. If you had to live for a year without electricity, so no films, no TV, computer games, music, players, etc., what would you do to keep yourself entertained, and what would be the first thing you did once the year was up? I'm going to answer that in reverse. The first thing that I would do when the year is up is play a computer game, obviously. Yeah, what would I do to keep myself? Well, I mean, I think if I didn't have any electricity, I couldn't do YouTube, play video games, and the weather was nice, I would be out a lot more. I'd probably be out on my bike a lot more. I'd be walking, definitely getting out and about, doing a lot more exercise, and I would read. Yeah, I would absolutely read. I mean, I've never ever, if I've got any regrets in my life, it's that I never read books. I read the bare minimum, and I do regret that. And I sometimes wonder why I don't read books. It's the same way like people going about TV programmes and did you watch X-Files? Did you watch this? Did you watch that? I thought, no, never watched that. I don't know, I've always just had other things in my life to do, and obviously computer games is a big thing, YouTube and that kind of stuff. But yeah, Milfy, if I didn't have any electricity, I would be out a lot more and I would be reading. I would absolutely be reading. And yeah, the first thing that we'd do would probably be play a computer game, I think. So listen, great question, Milfy. Thanks very much for that, mate. Jorgen G, laying in bed sick all weekend. What better than listening to a Friday Waffle? Thanks, Alan. Jorgen from Sweden. You're the man, Jorgen. Thank you very, very much, mate. Anybody that makes content, they'll understand what it means when you get somebody making a really, really kind comment like that. When somebody tells you that they enjoy what you do, that there's nothing better. Yeah, I mean, I know I say all the time about, I do YouTube for me, and I do it for me. Obviously, if you didn't enjoy doing it, you wouldn't do it. But getting feedback like that, when you know people enjoy what you do, that makes it all worthwhile. Absolutely makes it all worthwhile. So, Jorgen, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate it. And it's excellent when I love when I get comments from people that don't normally comment, because it just kind of gives you a wee kind of feel and sort of flavour that there are other people watching it, So, top man, thank you very much, Jorgen. Retro Russ, hi Alan, do you have a joystick of choice to play your games? My personal choice is a Sanwa joystick, as I find its quality is superior to others I have tried. Joystick, when you're talking about joystick, Russ, do you mean like playing sort of classic video games, 8-bit, whatever? The joystick that I used to play, that I used to use back in the day, was called the Boss, and it was made by a company called Wico, which I think they were really popular in America. If any of my American friends are watching this, am I right in thinking that Wico was the kind of company for joysticks? I was never a fan of see people going about, the best joystick ever was Quick Shot. These were all absolutely shit. They were really kind of cheap plastic, and they broke. The Wico joystick, I've got one upstairs and I can't be arsed to go and get it. It kind of felt like an analog stick. It had this huge shaft, our misses, and you had to literally push this shaft about 3 inches to the side before it would register. So it's probably a bit of a pants kind of joystick when you're playing stuff like arcade games, whatever. But I've got one. I bought one on eBay quite a long time ago, and it's a bit. I think it's getting a bit worn, so I don't really use that. The other joystick that I do use for the classic Atari 8-bit is the Zip Stick, which is a black one with kind of yellow squared buttons, I think it is. That's a nice kind of clicky joystick. But now I use one of my friends. He built me a joystick. It's an Atari style joystick, and it's got 2 buttons, and it's clicky heaven. It's fantastic. And so I use a wee adapter, so it basically allows me to plug it into a PC. So that is brilliant. So that's what I've kind of been using. Secondly, have you heard of Monster joysticks? They are, Retro Man Cave, I've seen him using them. They have a great selection of joysticks that connect to older console computers with 9-pin plugs. I first saw them at the Retro Man Cave in Stroud. Their website is worth a look. So does that allow you to use a USB cell joystick on a SNES? I'll need to have a look at that actually, because to be honest, the joysticks that I've got, I've got some absolutely phenomenal arcade kind of panels, arcade controllers, which my mate Mike built for me. I've got 3 or 4 of them, and they're absolutely second to none. They're brilliant joysticks. The thing is, it's it's USB, so you can't, right now I can't play them on anything other than a PC. But what I will need to do is, if they've got adapters, I'm going to go and check it out. So thanks, listen Russ, thanks very much for the questions, mate. And Bud Buckle, are you going to do a 4,000 sub special? Firstly, excellent name, and again, Bud, thanks very much for commenting. I really do appreciate it. You know what? I couldn't even tell you the last sub special I did. I reckon, did I even do? I think I did one for 500. I might have done one for 1,000, but I don't think I've done any since then. If I can remember it, I will. What I'll do, what I plan to do, if I remember it and remind me, is I'm going to do a high and lows of my YouTube channel. I think that would be quite a good 4,000 subscriber special. Whatever happened to pick up videos and shout outs? Yeah, nobody seems to do that anymore. Anyway, listen, I've got nothing else to really say. So listen, I'm going to get going. I will be back as always on Sunday. Don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have a think about it. I will be doing another Sid music and whatnot, whatever the hell I decide to call it. I will be doing one of them. It's not going to be something that I'm going to do every week. It'll be as and when I can be arsed, and I think that's the thing about YouTube. You've got to do it when you can be bothered. There's been times where I've sat behind the camera and done a video. There's been times where I've done live streams where I just really couldn't be bothered, and it's not because I don't enjoy doing them, it's just because there's other things going on in life. So right, listen folks, I hope to see you on Sunday. Have an absolute fantastic weekend, and as always guys, thank you very very much for watching.